Back in the day, you could get away with assassinating a president, but you never rob a bank in the West. When I threatened the old man, he acted scared, slowly crouched down, and whispered he'd get me the money. But the next second, I was the one startled. By the time I gathered myself, the old-timer had already slipped out the back door without a trace. I hopped over the counter to look and found 3 rifles mounted underneath. Lucky for me, my luck held. I quickly yanked open the drawer, scooped up all the cash inside, and cautiously pushed the bank door open. After making sure the coast was clear, I bolted outside. But I'd only taken a few steps when gunfire suddenly rang out behind me, scaring me into ducking behind a nearby well. Turns out, the old man hadn't run. Frantic, I pulled out my pistol, held my breath, and carefully peeked out to assess the situation, only to see the old coot charging at me covered in pots and pans. I'd never seen anything like it, and panicked. When I woke up again, I found myself sitting on my own horse, but with a rope around my neck tied to a tree. A few vigilante judges stood before me, saying I was going to be executed for robbing the bank and asking if I had any last words. I didn't have much to say, just complained that the old man fought dirty. Wearing all that cookware, my loss felt downright unfair. After hearing me out, the judges got ready to proceed. That's when a group of Native Americans suddenly rushed out. Even with their outdated weapons, they quickly wiped out the judges thanks to sheer numbers. But they didn't touch me, nor did they cut me down. I don't know how much time passed, but my horse beneath me got desperately hungry, lowered its head, and started grazing on the wild grass. As the nearby grass was gradually eaten up, the horse began moving around. Soon I was leaning back, on the verge of being strangled. Suddenly, I spotted a cattle drover in the distance, and screamed my head off for help. Thankfully, he heard me and came to the rescue, though even at this critical moment, he couldn't resist showing off his marksmanship.
Hold still!
To repay him for saving my life, I helped him drive the cattle. But we hadn't gone far when another group of vigilante judges came charging from ahead. Strangely, the drover immediately turned tail and ran. I was left bewildered, and before I could even react, the judges arrested me for cattle theft. Turns out, those cows were stolen by that very man, so I was unwittingly branded a cattle thief and hauled back to the gallows. The poor soul next to me was crying and sniveling in fear, but I'd already made my peace.
First time?
It wasn't my first hanging. I'd survived worse setups than this. How could the main character die? Just then, I was captivated by a stunningly beautiful woman, staring at her mesmerized. She answered my gaze with a faint smile. I secretly vowed to make her my wife someday. But this time, Lady Luck didn't seem to be on my side.